South Africa's Zozi will be the longest-serving Miss Universe of all time. And as she prepares to pass on her crown in a couple of days, let's take a look back. I want to take a look back at her performance in Miss Universe 2019. I want to ask the questions. What was good? What was bad? And what's my score for her top 3 Q&A performance in Miss Universe 2019? And welcome back to What's My Score. What's My Score is your show where we look at the performances of your favorite beauty queens in the Q&A round of their respective competitions. I'm Attorney JV, Aces and Queens Q&A mentor, and your pageantry insider. Guys, in today's episode, we're gonna be looking at the incomparable Zozi. But before we get into that, and What's My Score is coming up at the end of this video, let's take a look back first at the question that was asked of her and her answer to that question. Here we go.
Please remove South Africa's headphones. All right, here we go, South Africa. Here is your question. What is the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today?
I think the most important thing we should be teaching young girls today is leadership. It's something that has been lacking in young girls and women for a very long time, not because we don't want to, but because of what society has labeled women to be. I think we are the most powerful beings on the world, and that we should be given every opportunity, and that is what we should be teaching these young girls, to take up space. Nothing as important as taking up space in society and cementing yourself. Thank you.
Guys, you're probably so sick and tired of me saying that was an amazing answer. That's the same reaction I had for Pia's, for Kat's, and Sam's Q&A. But guys, there's nothing else I can say, but this answer from Zozi is equally amazing. And these are the good things that I liked about this answer. First, the message. Guys, the message of Zozi was incredibly personal to her and something that resonates to a lot of people. For me in particular, I really share Zozi's message here that we have to teach girls to take up space. We have to be able to, influence girls and say that you can be whoever you want to be. Do you want to be a teacher? Do you want to be an astronaut? Do you want to be a captain of industry? Do you want to be president of the Philippines? We have to be able to give our girls that ability to conceive of a world that's different from the world that they're living in. And I think that this answer really shatters these gender norms, these gender binaries that that the patriarchy has imposed on women for far too long. Bakit ba hindi pwedeng maglaro ang mga batang babae ng mga toys na are designed for boys? I think that girls should be able to do whatever they want to do, and the parents, the society, the teachers, every single person in society must have the same message. 2. What I really also loved about her answer was her conversational style. Why is a conversational style important? It's important because it makes you relatable to the people that you are talking to. In this case, we're talking about the judges and we're talking about the audience in Atlanta, Georgia. Bakit importante? Kasi you don't want to sound like you're lecturing. You don't want to sound like you're imposing your beliefs on other people. Instead, you want to be able to influence the audience in a conversational way, one that will truly resonate in their hearts and in their minds. So again, a conversational style is very important. And there's a reason why my first series of videos here on YouTube is called Conversations with Attorney JV. Because that's what I always teach the girls, that you need to be able to converse with the judges and with the audience. Number 3. The third thing that I really loved about her performance was her delivery. And 3 things really stood out for me on this aspect. 1, her eye contact. Number 2, her voice. Number 3, her hand gestures. Number 1, in her eye contact, guys, she panned the audience. Confident na confident siya. I will look at you. I will convince you that my position and my argument for this answer is correct. And guys, the eye contact is important because it showcases, number one, your confidence internally. And it also sends a very strong non-verbal cue to the audience that you need to be listening to me. Because, if you don't look confident, if you're looking down, if you're looking up, you look unsure. And when you look unsure, how do you convince an audience? How do you draw them to your side? Very strong. The second thing that I loved, again, was her voice. Very powerful, but not too strong. She modulated her voice really well. Her South African accent really shone through with that answer. She was taking her time. She was pausing at the right moments in her answer. And, when you pause at the right time, it emphasizes your words very strongly. And she did that very effectively in this answer. The third thing that I really loved in terms of her delivery was her use of the hands. It wasn't too much, it was perfect. And again, guys, itong sabi ko sa inyo before, diba? Hand gestures are important because it helps you emphasize certain things as well. Coupled with an amazing voice, coupled with those pauses, your hands are powerful signaling tools to the audience that you're making a point. And she did that extremely well, especially towards the end of the answer. Talagang parang bilib na bilib siya doon sa sagot niya. Talagang she had a lot of conviction with her answer. And I thought that, overall that answer was really strong. And now for the bad. Well, guys, there's a reason why Zozi Bini won that night, because that answer was incredibly strong. Coupled with her last word, I think that the entire narrative really worked and really resonated with the judges in the Miss Universe organization. But indulge me a little bit, guys. If I had to put on my Q&A trainer hat, guys, this is all purely theoretical ha. Ako personally, I would not change an answer. But if I were to critique that, there was one thing that I wish she didn't do, which was that she repeated the question. Now, repeating the question is a delaying tactic that many queens use when they're still formulating the answer in their head. In this case, I thought that Zozi did not have to do that because I think, and I really felt like, she knew the answer from the start. So guys, kung sasagot kayo ng question, I'd rather that you answer directly. I'd rather that you say leadership. I'd rather that you go straight to the point instead of deploying a delaying tactic like repeating the question. And now for what's my score? Guys, the impact of that answer was strong. And the overall impression that it left on me, and obviously on the judges, was one that was incredibly powerful. Zozi was very consistent in her social media accounts. She was consistent from the opening speech, her top 3 answer, and in her final word. And this really gave the judges the impression that this woman knows what she's talking about. She's not faking it. She was very authentic. And that message really resonated with the audience. So my score for Zozi Bini Tunzi's top 3 performance in Miss Universe 2019 is 97. And dear pageant fans, thank you for watching What's My Score? And we hope to see you more on this channel. If you like this episode, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and comment down below sino pa ang gusto nyong mga queens na makita featured on this channel. Guys, thank you so much and arigatou gozaimasu.